Hello and welcome to today's happiness practice. Welcome to today's happiness practice and my fabulous video. Is the quality always that bad? Anyway, you may have noticed it is night. Actually, you probably don't. I've skipped the last 2 days, um, and today I decided to do it in at night instead of what I was going to do and focus on for the day. um, Look back on what I have focused on for the day. Um, this is a lot less of a time frustration when I'm trying to get out the door, and um, takes a lot less decision for me to go, okay, this is what I'm going to focus. No, this is what I ended up focusing on today. And today was about stopping for a moment. I believe we've talked about, and one of the things that I try and do in happiness is stop, step back, take a breath, which is about recentering and making sure that the next action or decision or word comes from the center and not from the habitual reaction. But taking a moment is more than being in the middle of a situation. There's also taking the moment before you begin something and before you end something. And that has been very prevalent today, remembering to or recognizing the times of taking a moment. The easy ones are, for example, going out the door, getting ready for work. Um, you have your routine, you have your schedule, and you're getting ready to head out the door, which is the ending of one thing, your preparation to get ready for work, and the beginning of the next, going to work, or possibly even working. And if you're like me, you take a moment at the door wondering what you've forgotten. You check the stove, you make sure you have your jewelry, you may double check your phone or your earpiece, um, and you just stop for a moment and make sure in your head that everything is done before you end this and go on to the next thing. And yes, you can, once you get to the car and realize what you've forgotten, go back through the door and do the moment again. But preferably, you have everything and you can finish that moment and move on. Moments that are more um, or less recognizable. Anytime we begin a project, anytime I begin a project, um, especially starting my day, it is sometimes tempting to just dive in and go, okay, I'm going to do this. Okay, I'm going to do this. Okay, I'm going to do this. Um, and of course, that's a good time to stop and take a breath and say, this is how I want things to get done today. But taking that breath also allows me to say, this is what I am focusing on. I am consciously beginning this. And then when the timer goes off, because I like to set things for an hour, which allows me to just work and not freak out about the time, instead of immediately saying, okay, I'm done, when the timer goes off, finish the thought, take a moment. Have I finished everything? Have I finished this thing? Am I able to close it out? It is really easy to rush from thing to thing. answering emails and checking cell phones and getting the work done that's in front and thinking about dinner that's behind and have I done this and have I done this and rushing from place to place. And I think that is how I tend to create more anxiety instead of less, because then I leave something here or I left something there, or I'm not absolutely positive that I even did this, much less finished it. So allowing myself to take the moment at the end, have I done everything that I can do today in this time that I have? Yes. Or no, I need to plug that in. No, I need to turn that off. No, I need to close the refrigerator door. Little things. So today's happiness practice was about taking a moment, not even in the middle of a rush, though it is kind of before rushing off or rushing into, but definitely taking that moment and being here and allowing things to be finished, closing them out before opening the new moment. So, did that cover everything I wanted to say? Today's happiness practice, being in the moment, allowing the moment. And I hope we all have a great day.